Leos, welcome to your love and relationship reading. This is actually about your person. You don't have to be in a relationship with them yet, but you know, if I'm speaking to you, then I'm speaking to you. You already know. Please like and subscribe if this resonates. It makes a huge difference for the channel, and it's still very much growing. We're going to be starting with oracle cards right here, be getting messages from the Romance Angels deck, also the the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck, and then we'll be moving on to the tarot. Okay, so I'm going to move these out of the way. We've already pre-shuffled the cards, and while meditating on y'all, King and Knight of Pentacles. Sometimes when the card just flies out, I have to look at it. All right, so let's just get right into the love, the Romance Angels. Yes, all right, got your energies. You know what, you're getting 3 today. It's just, that's how it is. Codependency flies out with a message, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Hey, we're off to a really interesting start, guys. True love, this is the romance of a lifetime. And then pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you guys. This feels already like something that's very intoxicating. So already, if that resonates, you know who I'm speaking to. Please stick with me, and we're gonna get another message from the Vintage Oracle deck, the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck. Awakening. Little bit of a wake-up call. I'd like to get a little bit more on that, because even all of these cards are just like one-worders, but there's way more packed into this. This auspicious card speaks of new light on your pathway. The process of awakening can take many forms, whether subtle like soft dawn of a new day, or challenging as when the searing blade of truth is needed to sever ties that no longer serve you well. Could it be time to wake up and own your part in a situation where it may be otherwise tempting to blame others? Or maybe you need to be brave and release old fears. Make a conscious choice to open like a rose and embrace a fresh perspective on your life. This transitional energy of awakening helps liberate you on your journey of awareness and assists you in discerning the valuable from the valueless. So yeah, discernment actually is a word that really resonated out of that. And definitely there seems to be something that is hard to step away from, yet this feeling of like, this magnetism that pulls you right back into a pattern. I keep looking at the codependency and pay attention to the red flags. This does not mean that you or your partner are super toxic, but it does feel that I feel like the oxygen is out of the room a little bit. Like somebody open a window, somebody open a door, just like let's let in some fresh air here. Okay, just have to share that with you. I'm gonna be getting some insight on you, Leo. What messages do we need to know about you here? Okay, a little bit more about which Leos I'm speaking to, because I'm not speaking to all Leos, right? Obviously, this can't apply to everybody. Which Leos am I speaking to? I think you guys already know who you are because you're still with me on the reading. All right, Leos, who am I speaking to here? Please, some messages, insight that we need to know about you. Thank you. One more. Thank you. Lots of pentacles. It's about self-value. Okay, so we've got 4 of Pentacles. We've got King of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. Interesting. Let's see if we can get one more out of the cards. Leos, which am I speaking to? Page of Swords. You might be trying to communicate about this, possibly not directly to the person who needs to hear it, but 4 of Pentacles is keeping one's cards close to them, keeping your energy close to you. You might even be literally keeping your money close to you a little bit here, but trying to look practically at the matter and really kind of putting on your adult pants on, like putting your adult pants on. There is a sense of wanting to be right in a situation that is popping up here with a 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords pops out. There's sometimes a cost to being right. And that's something that 5 of Swords brings our attention to, is what is the cost here of being right. And with the Page of Swords, that's usually talking about stuff. In some cases, gossip. But Is it, which story are you paying attention to? The power of words, and sometimes through our words, we paint the picture in such a way that definitely puts us in the right, and possibly another person in the wrong. But what story are you painting with your words here? It's interesting. All right, what about your partner? Leo's partner. And Leo's partner. Thank you. Ooh, those just flew out. Judgment, awakening. This awakening might be more so on their part. Maybe they're the ones getting an awakening. You guys are both getting the awakening. If somebody's getting an awakening and you're their partner, then you're going to get the awakening too. 7 of Cups, healing. Of the 6 of Swords. Leo's partner. Magician. Your partner's trying to create something new here. Your partner's going through a little something on their own here. They're getting a little bit of a wake-up call. They might be entertaining new options as far as just options that are going to improve their lives. Like they might be entertaining new options as far as jobs, things that give them a sense of purpose, or even like they're trying to manifest something new. They're trying to, and I'll tell you what, they're trying to do it from a new place of healing, like a new version of themselves. They're trying to start something working towards, it's like bettering themselves, but it's also like them discovering themselves and making decisions from that place, evolving their identity, evolving what they do, their sense of purpose, having that represent them, possibly instead of their past representing them. That could be past jobs, that could be even relationships, friendships, people that they keep around. Either way, they're out there and they're kind of in this manifesting place of considering options. Not all those options are good ideas, but they're in this real kind of watery open place. All right, what is the current situation? And then I want to get some clarity soon. Because some of these, especially on your end, Leo, need some clarity. All right, present situation for Leo and their partner. Thank you. Pentacles. You're concerned about, Pentacles, when it comes out in a relationship reading, oftentimes it's talking about self-worth. Being seen for your self-worth, being seen as somebody who is capable of providing, who is capable of bringing in money. Because it does, and it can work directly into jobs and money and work. But 7 of Pentacles. So it's a funny card because it doesn't look as positive as actually it really is. But it's 7 of Pentacles is doing a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and a lot of work still remains to be done. And it's questioning, like, it's kind of the resting spot. Like, have you ever gone on a hike and in the middle of the hike you see a bench and you're like, how did they know I needed to sit down at this juncture of our hike? I really need that bench right now. So this is you sitting on that bench and you're looking down at the how far you've come, trekked up this mountain or whatever, or around this park path. And then you can look the other direction and see that there's still a lot more path for you. Okay. So it's like this, you're at this juncture in the relationship where kind of getting some perspective. So let's get some more perspective on that. That's a pretty narrow one so far. So we just need to unpack it a little bit. So present situation. Okay, lots of good stuff. Page of Wands. The Devil. I thought we might get the Devil card here with a codependency. Queen of Pentacles. I feel that one person is more the provider. I think that it might be, I feel like Leos, there might be something, I feel that one of you brings a lot of play into the relationship. You definitely bring something to the relationship. One of you guys is more the provider and a little more responsible, which kind of not responsible, that's not the right word, fiscally responsible maybe. Or like they have a job that pays more, but there's this somewhat of codependency around that providing, that type of nurturing. And I think that it's throwing things a little bit out of balance. It's only because it's making you question a little bit your value. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here. You got the King of Pentacles on your end. You're questioning in this relationship, where do you bring the value in there? And are you being valued? It's making you kind of retract into a place of defensiveness. You almost, and for some of you Leos, it's making you even turn to friends or trusted companions to talk about it. You know, it's like you kind of need to hear your own words and hear how it sounds out loud, and get some advice, attention around it. But yeah, so let's unpack this a little bit, and then I want to dive into kind of the future of you guys. What is coming towards you guys. So, which deck am I'm drawn to this one for you guys, Leos. I'm gonna do a little quick lap shuffle. That card really is sticking to my hands. 3 of Wands. If 3 of Wands pops out, we're definitely reading it. All right, so tell me about this King of Pentacles for Leo. Tell me about this King of Pentacles for Leo's energy currently. The Moon card coming out with something, a sense of something hidden, possibly attached to fears. What about this Moon card? You're afraid this person is going to leave you. I feel like you're with this 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you're afraid that you're not enough for this person, or yeah, that's you're afraid that somebody here is, yeah. This person, I feel like they have a big heart, and I feel like you really enjoy how compassionate they can be towards you and all that. And yeah, so this is why it's coming out in conjunction. It's coming out in clarity to the King of Pentacles. And when I was talking to you earlier, Pentacles represents self-value. What do I bring to the table? Does she see this, or does he see this as like the way I do? Because I see my value here. And that's why you're kind of retracting, kind of safety mechanism. You're kind of starting to pull your energy back a little bit. But be careful of the stories that you're weaving out loud, especially. Words are really powerful, and if they're kind of like what's the word, you guys, or what is it called? Such prophecies. Why can I not remember this word? Self-fulfilling prophecies, right? We live into our stories. So be aware of that when you're talking about it with maybe 1 or 2 trusted individuals in your life, okay? Let's get some insight about this person, what they're trying to manifest. I'd like to know a little bit more about what your person's trying to manifest. Thank you, Spirit. Balance. Got Page of Wands. Wow, double 6 of Swords. They're really focused on coming into their own, evolving into their own. This is an outward energy. I believe they want to almost work on their extroversion. They want to work on how they're seen by the outside. They want to have fun doing it. They're trying to evolve into a more balanced, a little bit more of what I was saying earlier. They're waking up, and they're kind of rediscovering themselves, and they're realizing that it's time to live that version of themselves on the outside. So they're looking at all the different aspects of that. Like, how does the new me, I'll say it that way because it's easy, right? How does the new me want to eat? Like, what kind of food does the new me really thrive off of? Like, what's the best fuel for my body? And getting to know their body and what they not just what they like to eat, like for the taste of it, but how does their body burn food into fuel? I don't know why I'm going off on that as an example. I'm sure that's a very few of you guys, your situations, with your partner. But You get the point. Like, what about my friends? Do they represent my belief systems and do they make me feel good? Or am I just keeping them around out of obligation? Are they even serving me badly? Are my relationships not serving me, basically? Because they're really focusing on their mental and emotional health and what represents them going forward in this new chapter of their lives. And you're here kind of being like, where do I fit in that? You know? Okay? And what's this Devil card right here between you guys? What's the Devil card, please? Between Leo and their partner. It's getting some attention. This Devil card is getting some attention. Maybe you guys aren't talking about it with the Four of Swords, but y'all are thinking about it. Devil card comes out with the Three of Swords. There's heartbreak attached to this. Devil card comes out when there's a set of behavioral, like there's a set of behaviors that aren't serving you, and it makes me connect to codependency, right? Because Devil is like this couple, right? It's the opposite of lovers. They're both chained. You know, they feel like they need to be there because of the chains. Really, they can break out of those chains at any time. But the chains represent almost an addictive state, almost like a dependency, a place of dependency, whether that's alcohol and drugs or whether that's each other. But either way, there's an imbalance here. And I feel that with coming out with the Queen of Pentacles, it's the roles. Like, you guys, one person feels that they're almost getting more advanced than the other. Anyway, but it's like you guys are kind of at this juncture. You guys have put a lot of work into this relationship, and there's still more work to be done. This Devil card coming out is not a bad thing. Yeah, it's a balancing thing. Justice card comes out. It's definitely going to make you see things for what they are. Something's happening, occurring currently right now, that are stripping things down in such a way that you can see the vulnerabilities in one another, especially in yourself, Leo, which is not easy, and major kudos. Just stick by this, because there's something to learn here. Justice card is always a good card, I think, to get out in a reading, but it's if there is something contractual, it'll rule in your favor. It'll go well. That's great. And but it is a balancing. It's a rebalancing. It's a karmic card. Devil energy. Tell us more about this Devil energy. Thank you. 2 here. By recognizing the Devil energy between you guys, this behavioral pattern, possibly codependency, catching it before it turns toxic. There's a whole new offering that comes out here. It's beautiful. And in fact, it's tied to not only, we got the Pentacles again, self-worth, but possibly literally money. But there's a learning curve to it. There's the curiosity required to investigate further into this passionate offer. Ace of Wands is sometimes, Wands rule over the doings of life, the doing things. But that also rules over new love, passionate relationships coming in. I feel that this Devil card is a result of possibly past heartbreak, the fear of heartbreak, but the Three of Swords coming in. Sometimes Three of Swords represents third parties. But it's important to note that the set of this codependency, it feels like codependency, is a result of, you know, this Three of Swords, this possible heartbreak or something. But this is getting level about it. This is getting, things are being revealed. I think I'm going to get a new deck, and we're going to talk about your future. That's fun, isn't it? Let's see what's there, you guys. Leos, one more. Thank you, Leos. Leos don't like occupying this place, and so I'm surprised. If you guys are still with me, I'm surprised. This is not a bad reading. This is great reading. It's insightful, though. Like, this is like not stuff that Leos always want to visit. So it's like, if you're here still on this reading, I'm like, major kudos, because I'm Leo Moon. It's like I'm like, cool, tell me something that makes me happy. Great. And that's not to mean that Leos love to do the work. They can do the work. They can do the work. They just want that sunshine, though, too. You know, it's like, all right, cool. I can can deal with this, but tell me where it gets good. So where does it get good? Well, we've got messages coming in. Some of you guys are going to be traveling. That would be probably via plane or a very fast car, maybe speeding. But yeah, we've got messages coming in. These are usually text messages, but fast modes of communication. Messages coming in. What's the future for Leo and their partner? Well, we've got to fly out of the deck in order to be read. Thank you. Leo and their partner. Leo and their partner. Leo and their partner. All right, we got 4 of Swords again. So 5 of Swords again. The Fool. Hashing it out. Getting some perspective with a Hanged Man. Patience is required. Not always fun. But it's going to make you think. This is really good. You guys are making the effort. You're making it because there's something here worth making the effort for. There's going to be some back and forth, like I'm right, she said, he said, you know, I'm right. But really, you guys are taking a new journey possibly from those arguments or probably from those disagreements. You're willing to look at a different perspective, which is really cool here. With the Fool and the Hanged Man, these are major arcana cards and they're big messengers. And so what's beautiful is there's a breakthrough here. Through these messages and these communications, there's a breakthrough. There's a breakthrough from being right, which you got here. You're the one breaking away from being right. You're going to be communicating. You're going to be getting a new perspective on this. And you're going to be utilizing your patience. It's going to draw on your patience. Some of you, of course, are more patient than others, but through that patience, there's something sacrificed in getting this perspective, right? Oftentimes it is patience that's sacrificed, but sometimes it's being right, giving up being right. There's a whole new journey waiting for you when you do that. It's hard. All of us want to be right all the time. I mean, like, that's just human nature. And then we've got 4 of Swords again. This is gratitude. This is gratitude for a new perspective. This is like, thank you. This is giving me a fresh start. And this is it, the part of the reading where I'm telling you guys where you're going with this, right? I feel that you're holding onto your partner the way they used to be, because that's the way you know them. And your partner needs to evolve and change. And a really great way to break through this 5 of Swords is to simply recognize the new ways that they're changing, which I think Leos they can be wonderful at. They can be wonderful at seeing the beauty in others. Strength in the world. Wow, you're getting huge major arcana. This is like the World card is an end of an old phase. The Strength card comes out where it's like, yes, both of you guys come out of this stronger. You come out of this experience much stronger. You've experienced, after this, you'll have seen yourself, your value differently. It comes full circle. Because all this, Leo, remember when we started the reading, was around your fear of not being valued, the fear of like kind of getting these signals and like, am I not being valued in this relationship? You know, well, if that's the case, I'm going to hold back my energy. I'm pulling it back. Like, do I bring enough to the table? Do they see what I do for this relationship? So this is kind of the dialogue presently, right? Well, it changes. Major arcana, major arcana, major arcana, major arcana. 4 huge messengers that are talking about this place. Through communication, you get this breakthrough. You get a whole new pathway that gets lit up. And you're like, oh, there's a third option. And you're going to be so grateful for that. But you're going to have to give up being right. That means no more than just this, making a decision to look at another perspective. And as soon as you do that, world opens up. You end an old phase, come out strong, the Leo card, strength. You are in your zone, and yes, you can see your own value differently. That's where it starts, right? So the person in Leo. Yep, fresh communication. And you did get the 3 of, it's a whole new journey. The world is opening up for you guys. Fresh communication, fresh messages, an epiphany. It's looking really good. And it's like you guys did the work. You know, it wasn't comfortable always, but you are valued. But this is also about valuing yourself, and you're getting an opportunity to value yourself in a new way. There is a little work involved, but Leos love a challenge. And that's what I love about Leos. All right, you guys, I love you. Please like and subscribe. I so appreciate you. I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.